Hi, my name is Neysa. What's your name?
Jordan.
Jordan, nice to meet you. So I'm gonna just get to know you. This conversation is just getting to know you, kind of like let loose a little bit. So I just wanted to start off with the confidentiality. So basically, everything we talk about won't leave the room, except if you are like tend to hurt, like want to hurt yourself or harm yourself or harm other people. That's where I speak up. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Also, I'm doing this for a class. My instructor will be the only one viewing this. Are you okay with being recorded?
Yeah, no problem.
For sure. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. So, what brought you into social work?
So I'm in my third year of the BSW program. I have always wanted to help people. I just wasn't necessarily sure what field I wanted to go in to do that. I had a lot of experiences with family and friends. I experienced social workers and, kind of what they did, and then as well as my experiences in clubs in high school. So I just decided I wanted to go into social work just because it is a very flexible career path. And it lets me address a lot of the passions I have as well.
No, yeah, for sure. No, definitely. What are like one of your strengths in social work? Like, what do you think you could bring into the table?
I feel like I'm very open-minded. I feel like I recognize areas where I don't know much about, and I'm very inclined to learn, as well as the fact that I am very empathetic. And, while I might be shy, I feel like I do like communicating and talking to people. So I feel like as a social work, I'll be able to build those connections with clients, hear their side and what they're needing from me, and then be able to advocate for that.
No, yeah, communicating is a huge role for sure. What are your concerns about the field?
Well, I feel like empathy is one of my strengths. I feel like it can also be, a bit of a concern for me. I feel like I might feel overconnected to a client, when I am in the position of terminating that helping relationship with them. I think I might find that personally difficult. And I think also, the ability to, go to work every day and support these people, but also be able to go back to my home life and not carry that back with me, I think, might be a bit difficult, trying to be able to, not let those things, emotionally weigh on me, as well as, balancing the work and life balance rather than, focusing it all on work.
No, yeah, for sure. Like you were saying, like balance. What are some like ways you do, like what are some things you do when you're drained or when you're stressed or like when you're just not feeling it, but you want to like come together as a, like for yourself?
I feel like, just surround myself with, positive people. I have a lot of friends in the social work field or like the program. So, we use each other a lot to, kind of bounce support off of each other. We know what each other are going through. And I am very big into just, relaxing, listening to music. I think it, kind of distracts my brain from all my other responsibilities as well.
Nice. Music is really entertaining for sure. It's really peaceful. What is your genre of music?
I feel like it kind of goes all over the place. My older sister is huge into country music, so I've kind of fallen into that genre a little bit. But I feel like mostly country right now, as well as like R&B and pop music as well. I feel like I like the variety of it, and I feel like I can kind of listen to it depending on how I'm feeling that day, or like what stress I need to relieve.
Oh yeah, I feel like music for sure plays a huge role with our like mental health and like leaving stress.
Yeah.
For sure. Besides music, are there any like physical activities or hobbies you like to do?
I do, other than listening to music, I mentioned, hanging with my friends, my families. I do have a few dogs, so I like taking them on walks. We have a pool in our backyard, luckily, so, when the season's right to be going swimming, my family like to have like pool days and stuff. I bake and cook a lot with my mom as well. And when I feel like I just need to like decompress and be by myself a bit, I'm very into reading romance novels. My sister and one of my best friends also read them, so kind of like our own little book club.
Nice.
Reading books, kind of sharing our opinions, giving recommendations to each other and stuff like that.
No, yeah, Like you mentioned, you did say you have a sister. What's her name?
Allison.
Allison? Are you the older sister, or is she younger, or?
I'm younger.
You're younger?
Yeah, I'm 20. She's 22.
Oh, nice.
So being close in age, some of our school overlapped. I feel like us being close in age has made us close. Siblings naturally fight, but I can confidently say like she is my best friend at the end of the day.
That is really good to hear that you have someone that you could like lean to, or even like ask for advice. I definitely know. Like from everything you're saying, I feel like you guys have that like best friend bond. I love to hear that, because at the end of the day, she is your sibling and you could count on her for, in anything.
Yeah.
And is she doing the same major as well?
No, she's actually in the nursing program.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
She's in Block 4 at the Scottsdale Community College program. So yeah, she'll be graduating in December actually.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Well, nursing is amazing. It's a nice field, but I heard it's very draining.
Yeah, and actually I feel like, I was kind of torn where I wanted to go social work wise, what area, because there are a lot of things I'm passionate about. As her going into nursing, she'll be working in the hospitals, after she gets her degree, passes her NCLEX and stuff. So I have definitely been looking into medical social work, just because, she wanted to go into social work originally and she kind of switched paths, but I thought it'd be kind of cool if we had that like little bit of similarity.
So. Oh yeah, for sure. That is actually very nice. Since she is in the nursing field, obviously it could be very stressful with school on her end. Do you guys like talk, or like does she ever come to you for like to like just let some of her feelings out, or like how do you guys like talk? Because I know you guys are saying that you guys are really close. Do you guys ever talk, like, does she ever come to you for like advice since you're doing social work?
Yeah, we actually we work together as well.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So we experience a lot of things there together as well, and I feel like we're constantly talking to each other. We'll help each other out with like a bit of advice on assignments, and when it comes like especially to like personal work we're doing, I feel like even like when it comes to stress relief, like her and I will, have little spa days or listen to music, watch movies. Like I feel like whether it's us just like talking to vent and like get our frustration out, or if we're laughing and having a good time, I feel like we can always kind of count on each other for that relief.
Oh, okay, that's good. No, yeah, having siblings is always a good thing, honestly. So what are you, do you have any, like, what's your family like? I know you have dogs. How many are you guys in your family?
So it's just, right now it's just my parents and then me and my sister. We have 3 dogs and 1 cat. So it's still pretty crazy around our household, but we all either have work or school and work. So, we all stay busy with our own routines, but I feel like the weekends are a really good time for us to like decompress. We still work on homework, but we go to the movies still, or just watch TV, play games, like do anything to like relieve that stress we all feel over the week, but then also still connect at the same time.
What is your main goal for this course? Like, what do you want to gain out of this class?
I feel like I'm still intimidated a bit about the idea of interviewing, just because I know once it comes into the actual social work field, that is a big role for us to play. So just being able to get out of my shell, be able to communicate with people, get comfortable with not knowing everything, and being willing to listen to like my clients and their perspectives. I feel like this class will definitely help me gain that perspective.
No, yeah, for sure. Well, I really enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you a little bit more. I definitely feel like we will definitely lean on each other. If anything, you could always count on me as a classmate. But yeah, it was really nice talking to you and getting to know you.
It was nice talking to you too. Thank you.
Thank you.